백미러 너머로 어제가 지고 창틈 사이론 익숙한 바람이 스며듭니다. 황금빛 실처럼 펼쳐진 이 도로 위에서 우리는 낡은 라디오 소리에 기대어 노을 속을 달립니다. 가장 단순해서 가장 찬란한 우리만의 긴 산책이 지금 시작됩니다.
The highway stretches out like a golden thread through the valleys where the wild things tread. I see the mountains in the rearview mirror's light, chasing down the shadows of the coming night. I've got a pocket full of dreams and a dusty old map, and the wind is whispering through the window's gap. I'm sitting right beside you, watching clouds roll by, painting watercolor streaks across the evening sky. There's a comfort in the engine's steady rhythmic hum, knowing where we're going and where we're coming from. The radio is humming a song from '84, and I don't think I could ask for anything more. Oh, we're riding on the wings of an amber sunset drive. It's the simple kind of magic keeping us alive, with the spirit of the canyon and the salt of the sea. You and I are exactly where we're meant to be, hand in hand in the glow of the dying light. Everything's alright on this amber sunset drive. Remember when we started with nothing but a song? The road was a mystery, the winters felt so long, but the pine trees stood like giants guarding every turn. There were lessons in the fire that we had to learn. Now the glass is clear and the vision is wide. I can see the honest truth you're holding inside. Like the river flows steady to the waiting bay, we found the rhythm of a brand new day. Oh, we're riding on the wings of an endless sunset drive. It's a simple kind of magic keeping us alive, with the spirit of the canyon and the salt of the sea. You and I are exactly where we're meant to be, hand in hand in the glow of a dying ride. Everything's alright on this amber sunset drive. The stars start to flicker like a lo-fi dream. Nothing is ever as hard as it seemed when the melody rises and the harmony blends. This is the road that never really ends. Listening for a heartbeat in a city of my own. The newspapers are blowing like ghosts along the street, where the promises of yesterday and modern shadows meet. I saw your face in the reflection of a shop window pane, but it was only the memory of the April rain. Found a letter hidden in the back of a drawer, with the ink fading out like the waves on shore. You wrote about the silence and the sound of the park, and how we used to to navigate the secrets of the dark.
The Hammond organ's playing from a church down the lane, calling back the echoes of the joy and the pain.
We are the singers of a long forgotten rhyme, stuck between the pages of a different space and time.
It's the echo of our years. It's the soul in our tears. It's the courage we found to face all of our fears.
Through the analog warmth of a dusty old track, we're finding the pieces that we can't take back.
The world moves faster than the clicking of a clock, but I'm still anchored to the wood of the dark.
Where we talked about the future until the moon turned blue, when every word I whispered was a promise to you.
And now the neon lights are flickering in a glassy haze, transforming the city into a digital maze.
But the strings of my guitar still remember the vibration
Of the soul we shared across this wide nation.
we are the singers of a long forgotten rhyme, stuck between the pages of a different space and time.
It's the echo of our years. It's the salt in our tears. It's the courage we found to face all of our fears.
Through the analog warmth of a dusty old track, we're finding the pieces that we can't take back.
Close your eyes
Close your eyes.
and let the saturation take hold. Turn the silver linings into shimmering gold.
The tape is still spinning, the reel is still tight. We're chasing the ghost of the morning light. Echoes, echoes in the vinyl crackle of the night. Hey there, morning, looking bright and new. I've got a pair of boots and a lot of things to do. The river's running high and the current's running fast, leaving all the heavy things in the broken past. I'll meet you by the willow where the branches touch the ground, where the only melody is nature's sound. I'll bring the coffee and a couple of old books to escape the city noise and the heavy-handed looks. The grass is smelling sweet and the sky is deep and wide. There's no reason left for us to run and hide. Let the DX7 sparkle like the dew on a leaf. Life is too beautiful and far too brief. Singing Riverside rocks in the middle of the day, watching all the words simply float away with a rhythm and a step and a harmony so sweet. The grass and the gravel beneath our wandering feet. Oh, isn't it a wonder? Isn't it a sign? Everything is moving in a perfect design. You take the high part, I'll take the low. We'll follow where the summer breezes decide to blow. No synthesizer screaming, just a gentle glassy hum, beating like a heart on a hollow wooden drum. fading light. The analog soul in a digital world is the most beautiful banner that we've ever unfurled. Riverside rise, keeping us untied.
The sun hits the window like a prism of light, breaking through the remnants of a lonely night.
The room is full of dust motes dancing in the air. I see the empty coffee cup and the ghost of your chair.
There's a vintage kind of sadness in the way the record turns, a slow and steady fire that never quite burns.
I'm walking through the garden where the frost is still thin, waiting for the warmth of the day to begin.
The synthesizer's breathing like a living, breathing thing, while the birds on the wire are beginning to sing.
It's a glassy kind of morning, fragile and clear, wishing for the whispers that I used to hear.
In the glassy morning, everything is blue, everything is shimmering and everything is new. But I'm reaching for the analog, reaching for the soul of the stories that we started when we were still whole. Tape saturation and a heart full of hope, learning how to walk on a slippery slope.
Do you remember the sax and the 82 breeze? The way the music drifted through the maple trees. It had a certain texture, a certain kind of grain that washed away the shadows and the edges of the rain.
I remember every chord and I remember every line, when the world was a vineyard and we were the wine.
Now we're looking through the lens of a lo-fi lens, wondering where the story actually began.
In the glassy morning, everything is blue, everything is shimmering and everything is new. But I'm reaching for the analog, reaching for the soul of the stories that we started when we were still whole. Tape saturation and a heart full of hope, learning how to walk on a slippery slope.
Transparency and light, clarity and grace. I see the map of heaven in the lines upon your face. Don't let the digital silence ever pull us apart. We've got the analog rhythm beating in our heart. Crystalline, and so divine. In the glassy morning light.
Down in the velvet valley where the tall grass grows, nobody cares where the wide river flows. We got a cabin built of cedar and stone, the finest little kingdom that we've ever known. I'll chop the wood while the sun is still high, underneath the canvas of a wide open sky. I'll bake the bread and I'll mend the old clothes, while the garden is blooming in beautiful rows. The road is playing softly in the corner of the run, dispelling the shadows and the winter time gloom. It's an organic living, it's a natural grace to find our salvation in this quiet place. Oh, the velvet valley is calling us home. No more reason for our spirits to roam. With the analog warmth of the heart and the flame, we're calling the seasons by their rightful name. Earthy and honest, peaceful and true. In the velvet valley, it's just me and you. Listen to the hammond as the wind starts to move. Oh, Betty, Betty. A steady foundation that we claim as our own. No neon distractions, no digital noise, just a simple collection of our favorite joy. And when the moon rises over the crest of the hill, the world becomes holy and the world becomes still. We'll sit on the porch in the cool evening air with gratitude living in every prayer. Oh, the velvet valley is calling us home. No more no reason for our spirits to roam. With the analog warmth of the heart and the flame, we're calling the seasons by their rightful name. Everything honest, peaceful and true. In the velvet valley, it's just me and you. Acoustic guitar and Rhodes duet solo, saturation of the soul, textures of the land, holding on to life with a steady open hand. The tape may be old and the vinyl bass here, but we're steady as the stars on this long, lovely trip. Velvet valley, peaceful valley, fade out with the sound of a crackling fire.
The city lights are faded and the rearview mirror's closed. I'm driving to a place that only you and I would know. The radio is playing something from a long lost tape. A melody of freedom and a rhythm so escape.
The sky is turning purple with a hint of electric blue. And every mile I'm traveling is bringing me to you.
I can hear the saxophone against the velvet night.
Everything is shimmering in the soft neon light.
Oh, we're dancing on the neon horizon, wide and free, between the static of the town and the salt of the sea, with a glassy kind of rhythm and a heart of pure gold. It's the greatest story that has ever been told on the neon horizon. To the eyes on the neon horizon.
There's a cabin in the clearing where the cedar trees stand tall. Listen to the whispers of the mountains morning call.
I've got silver in my pockets and a song upon my tongue.
Feeling like the world is beautiful and forever young.
I'll build a fire of pine logs to keep the winter at the door, while the shadows of the firelight dance across the floor. Your voice is like a blanket, warm and soft and deep,
Guarding all the secrets that our tired spirits keep. Oh, it's cedar and silver, it's the earth and the sky, watching all the heavy clouds simply pass us by, with an analog heartbeat and a love that's so real. You're the only comfort that my soul can truly feel. In the cedar and silver. It's the earth and the sky, watching all the heavy clouds simply pass us by, with an analog heartbeat and a love that's so real. You're the only comfort that my soul can truly feel. In a cedar and silver. I'm sailing on a record that is spinning round and round, looking for a harbor where a lost love might be found. The needle skipping slightly on the bridge we used to cross, measuring the distance and the rhythm of the loss. I can hear the saturation in the way you say my name, like a vintage photograph within a dusty frame. But the melody is rising through the static in my head, reminding me of everything we didn't want to miss. We're lost upon the vinyl sea, drifting in the grain, finding all the beauty in the memory and the pain, with a tape saturated soul and a lo-fi kind of grace. I can see the sunshine in the lines upon your face. On the vinyl sea, drifting in
The midsummer echoes are calling through the wheat. The pavement is still burning from the afternoon heat. I saw a man in silence looking for a sign, turning all his water into bitter aged wine. The children in the alleyway are playing out a game, while the world around them whispers a very different name. It's a fragile kind of wisdom that we've gathered through the years, washing out the salt and the sorrow of the tears. Oh, listen to the echoes of the midsummer light, shining like a beacon in the middle of the night, with a harmony so sharp it could cut through the stone. We are never truly lost, we are never truly alone. Midsummer echoes. Midsummer echoes.
I planted all my promises in a garden made of glass, watching all the seasons and the shadows as they pass. The light is breaking through in 1,000 different ways, reflecting all the wonder of these digital days. The roses are transparent and the lilies are so bright, shimmering with energy in the middle of the night. But your hand is warm and heavy as it rests upon my own, the only solid thing that I have ever truly known. In the glass garden, everything is clear. There is nothing left to hide and there is nothing left to fear. With the DX7 sparkle and an acoustic heart, we're creating something that will never fall apart. In the glass garden. nothing left to fear.
whistle in the ancient pine today.
Carrying whispers from a valley far away.
It spoke of rivers that have forgotten their names,
And the dying embers of the old summer flames.
I lean my back against the rough and honest bark, waiting for the first light to overcome the dark.
I felt that whistle brushing past my tired face, like a ghost of a memory from a different place.
It brought the scent of rain and a promise of the soil, a gentle kind of healing for the years of heavy toil. The DX7 shimmers like the morning dew, reflecting all the things that we already knew. Oh, let the whistle in the pine lead us back home, to the places where our spirits used to freely roam, with an organic rhythm and a heart that's beating fast, finding all the pieces that were built to truly last. Analog and honest like the rings within the wood, everything is working out the way we knew it should. Remember how we used to climb the jagged northern peak,
searching for the answers that we didn't dare to speak.
the wind was our conductor, the mountain was our stage, writing out our story on a wild and open page.
Now the tape is spinning with a slow and steady hum, capturing the echoes of the person I've become.
Through the vinyl crackle and the saturation's heat, I can feel the harmony that makes the song complete. Oh, let the whistle in the pine lead us back home, to the places where our spirits used to freely roam, with an organic rhythm and a heart that's beating fast, finding all the pieces that were built to truly last. Analog and honest like the rains within the wood, everything is working out the way we knew it should. It's not just the air, it's the spirit of the land, holding every secret in the hollow of its hand. Let the Hammond organ swell like a rising tide. There's no more reason for us to run or hide. Whistle in the pine, calling you and mine, calling you and mine. She's a starlight weaver in the middle of the night, spinning silver threads out of the pale and distant light. She takes the sorrow and she takes the joy we've known and turns them into patterns on a cosmic velvet throne. I'm just a traveler with a dusty pair of shoes, watching all the shadows that I'm terrified to lose.
He's a silent seeker in the middle of the crowd, hearing all the prayers that I never said out loud. He brings the rhythm ancient drum and whispers of the beauty that is surely yet to come.
The roses playing softly like a falling summer leaf, providing us a comfort that is far beyond belief. Oh, we're dancing in the loop of the starlight weaver's hand, following the map across this dark and lonely land, with a glassy kind of vision and an analog desire, walking through the water and the center of the fire. Two voices in a harmony, a singular design, where the human and the holy finally intertwine.
Look up at the tapestry that's hanging in the sky. Don't ask for the reasons or the complicated why.
The tape hisses the static of the stars as they collide.
A soundtrack for the secrets that we're carrying inside.
The saxophone is crying with a vintage golden tone, making us feel connected even when we're all alone. Every stitch is perfect, every color is so deep. A promise that the weaver is a promise she will keep. Oh, we're dancing in the loom of a starlight weaver's head, following the map across this dark and lonely land, with a glassy kind of vision and an analog desire, walking through the water and the center of the fire. Two voices in a harmony, a singular design, where the human and the holy finally intertwine. Saturation of the spirit, textures of the soul, making all the broken pieces finally feel whole. Oh, let the record spin until the morning starts to gray, until the starlight weaver fades into the light of day. Weaving, weaving underneath the ceiling of a night. The sun is sinking low behind the heavy western hill. The air is getting cooler and the world is getting still. I see the copper kettle clouds are boiling in the sky, reminding me of home and the twinkle in your eye.
I've been out in the field since the breaking of the dawn.
Now I'm ready for the porch
And the shadows on the lawn. I've got the fire going and the table is all set for a dinner that we haven't even started eating yet.
the vinyl's playing softly with a crackle and a pop, a melody of love that I never wanna stop. The saturation's heavy like the scent of baking bread, and all the gentle words that we've ever said. Oh, the copper kettle clouds are pouring out the night. Everything is peaceful in the soft and fading love, with an earthly kind of magic in a spirit so serene. We're the only actors in this quiet golden scene, analog and warm like a blanket on a bed, with a world of simple beauty laying right ahead. Do you hear the organ as it echoes through the trees, floating like a feather on mid-Atlantic breeze? It's the rhythm of the seasons, it's the texture of the day, taking all the city noise and throwing it away. The glassiness of evening is a mirror for the soul, making every fragment of our history feel whole. I can see the future in the way the kettle glows, rhythms and the secret of the river as it quietly, quietly flows. Oh, the copper kettle clouds are pouring out the night. Everything is peaceful in the soft and fading night with an earthy kind of magic and a spirit so serene. We're the only actors in this quiet golden scene, and I'm yawning warm like a blanket on the bed, with a world of simple beauty laying right ahead. Simple joys and quiet announce the essence of our lives, the strength that only deep and honest sympathy survives. Let the tape reel spin until it reaches to the end. You're my lover and my partner and my very dearest friend. Copper kettle clouds, no stars, crowding up the stars. Copper kettle clouds, crowding up the stars. Simple joys and quiet nights, the essence of our lives. The strength that only deep and honest empathy survives. Let the tape reel spin until it reaches to the end. You're my lover and my partner and my very dearest friend. Copper kettle clouds.
I'm tuning in the dial on a dusty old machine, searching for the frequencies of things we've never seen. The Indigo station is broadcasting tonight, sending out its signals in the middle of the night.
I can hear a singer with a voice like aged wine, telling all the secrets that I used to think were mine.
I'm listening in the kitchen with the lights turned down low, watching all the neon signs beginning to glow.
The saturation's thick and the reverb is so wide. It feels like there's a universe that's opening inside.
The glassy synthesizers are like stars across the floor.
Opening a portal and a long forgotten door.
Oh, we're tuning to the Indigo station in the sky, watching all the digital birds beginning to fly.
With an analog heart and a lo-fi kind of dream,
Nothing is as heavy or as holy as it seems. Two voices on the airwaves, a harmony so deep, guarding all the promises that we intend to keep. Remember when the airwaves were the only way to go, following the rhythm of a steady ringing flow. The Hammond organ's grooving like a heartbeat in the dark, searching for a fire from a single tiny spark.
Now the tape is wobbling with vintage kind of grace, like the lines of experience upon a familiar face.
but the melody is steady and the signal is so strong.
This is where our spirits and our melodies belong.
Oh, we're tuning to the Indigo station in the sky, watching all the digital birds beginning to fly. With an analog heart and a lo-fi kind of dream, nothing is as heavy or as lonely as it seemed. Two voices on the airwaves, a harmony so deep, guarding all the promises that we intend to keep.
I'm walking through the library of leaves upon the ground, reading all the stories and the rustle and the sound. Every gold and crimson page is a year that we have spent, a testament to everywhere our wandering spirits went.
I see a chapter from the winter when the world was turned to white, and how we held each other through the long and frozen night.
I'm picking up a yellow one that's fallen from the oak, remembering the honest words that you and I once spoke. The texture's like a parchment thin and fragile and so old, containing all the secrets that we never would have sold. The DX7 sparkles like a memory in the mind of all the simple beauty that we've managed to find. Oh, we're cataloging memories in the library of leaves, finding all the patterns that the heavy autumn weaves, with an analog warmth and an earthy kind of soul. Every single fragment makes the bigger picture whole. Hand in hand we're walking through the wreckage of the years, washing out the sorrow and the salt of all the tears. The Hammond organ is playing like a hymn for the trees, drifting on the current of a cooling northern breeze. It's a natural kind of wisdom, it's a peaceful kind of grace, to find our own reflection in this quiet holy place.
The saturation's perfect on the recording of our life,
Through the joy and the laughter and the struggle and the strife, every leaf is precious and every leaf is true, and every single story leads me right back home to you. Oh, we're cataloging memories in the library of leaves, finding all the patterns that the heavy autumn weaves, with an analog warmth and an earthy kind of soul. Every single fragment makes the bigger picture whole. Hand in hand we're walking through the records of the years, washing out the sorrow and the salt of all the tears. Turn another page, let the story unfold, turn the silver linings into shimmering bright gold. The tape is still spinning, the reel is still tight, we're at the final chapter of the beautiful life. Library of leaves, where the heart believes, where the heart believes. The moon is hanging low like a broken ivory plate, watching over the city and the hands of a lonely fate.
I see the windows flickering out one by one, waiting for the mending light of the rising sun.
The porcelain skyline is fragile and so white, shimmering in the last few echoes of the night.
I am tracing the edges of the silver and the gray, wondering if the gold will wash the ghosts away.
voices hum a soft and glassy tune underneath the fading shadow of the afternoon moon.
There's a vintage kind of silence in the cold morning air, a sense of profound beauty that is hidden everywhere.
Oh, we're walking on the porcelain skyline of our dreams. Nothing is as solid or as heavy as it seems. With an analog heart and a vision made of glass, watching all the seasons and the shadows as they pass.
Two voices in the ether, a harmony so thin, waiting for the day to finally begin.
Remember when we thought the world was made of stone? Before we learned to value all the things we've never known.
The saturation stick on the record of our youth, trying to find a melody that sounds like the truth.
Now the tape is warbling with a gentle lo-fi grace, like the familiar lines upon a loved one's face.
The Hammond organs rising like a prayer from the deep, guarding all the promises that we intend to keep. Oh, we're walking on a porcelain skyline of our dreams.
Nothing is as solid or as heavy as it seems.
With an analog heart
And a vision made of glass, watching all the seasons and the shadows as they pass.
two voices
In the ether, a harmony so thin, waiting for the day to finally begin.
Don't let the morning break
Don't let the light destroy
the fragile little fragments of our secret hidden joy.
Hold on to the texture,
Hold on to
hold on to the grain,
Hold on to the
through the crystal sunlight and the falling of the rain.
porcelain skyline, fragile and divine.
Life is like a thistle, sharp and wild and gray, growing in the ditches on the side of the highway. It'll prick your fingers if you try to hold it tight, stealing all the comfort in the middle of the night. But I've got a pocket full of silver and a lead, trying to find the rhythm of a long and honest thread. I am weaving colors in the silence of the room, trying to find a pattern on a dusty wooden loom. Thread is thin and fragile, but it's stronger than the steel, binding up the wounds that we are terrified to feel. The DX7 sparkles like a needle in the light, turning all the darkness into something bright.
Oh, we're sewing up the pieces with the thistle and the thread, moving to the music of the words we've never said, with an earthy kind of rhythm and a glassy kind of soul. Every single stitch is making us feel whole, analog and rhythmic, the texture and the grain, finding all the beauty in the struggle and the pain.
The bass is walking steady like a heartbeat on the road, lightening the pressure of a heavy golden load.
The tape saturation makes the harmony so warm.
shelter for our spirits in the middle of the storm. And when the sun is setting on a field of purple flowers, I'll count the simple blessings of these quiet passing hours. The ropes playing softly, a shimmering light, leading us together through the onset of the night. Oh, we're sewing up the pieces with the thistle and the thread, moving to the music of the words we never said, with an earthy kind of rhythm and a glassy kind of soul. Every single stitch is making us feel whole. Analog and rhythmic, the texture and the grain, finding all the beauty in the struggle and the pain. Tie it tight, tie it tight, tie it true, tie it true. Everything I'm weaving leads me back to you. Leads me back to you. No more loose ends, no more falling apart. We got the analog rhythm beating in our heart. Thistle and thread, where the heart is led.
I am standing on the edge of a world turned into stone. Listen to the silence that I've always held alone.
The pond is like a mirror, cold and deep and clear, reflecting every failure and every hidden fear.
I see a younger man with a guitar in his hand,
walking through the shadows of a long forgotten land.
I am looking down into the icy, glassy blue,
finding all the pieces that I once gave up for you.
the synthesizer's breathing like a frost upon the pane,
Washing out the memory of the summer and the rain. The lo-fi textures warble like a dream within a dream. Nothing is as steady or as simple as it seems.
Oh, we're looking at reflections on a frozen, quiet pond, searching for the magic of the world that lies beyond. Living analog sadness and a glassy kind of grace. I can see the history in the lines upon your face. Through the vintage river, then the saturations glow. We're finding all the answers
that we didn't want to know.
Do you remember when the water was so warm and so green?
The most beautiful thing that our eyes had ever seen.
But the winter has a wisdom that the summer cannot hold.
Turning all our silver into shimmering cold, cold gold. The road is playing softly like a falling flake of snow, guiding us to places where the restless spirits go. Every ripple's frozen, every moment is caught fast. Testament to everything that's built to truly last.
Oh, we're looking at reflections on a frozen, quiet pond, searching for the magic of the world that lies beyond.
spinning. The realest of time, capturing the essence of the beautiful cold night. Frozen pond, going beyond.
The railway tracks are running like a scar across the land, built by the muscle and the heavy human hand. The iron is cold and the iron is so strong, carrying the rhythm of a long and industrial song.
I'm a man of the factory, a man of the cold, trying to find the organic texture of my soul.
Right beside the gravel in the shadow of the train,
A single purple iris is drinking in the rain.
she's fragile and she's lonely, but she's standing tall and proud, whispering a message to the heavy gray cloud.
The glassy synthesizers are the light upon her leaf, a beautiful reminder that our time is far too brief.
Oh, it's the iron and the iris, the power and the grace, finding all salvation in their wild and crowded place, with the 70s heartbeat and an 80s kind of shine, where the heavy and the holy finally intertwine.
Analog and glassy,
The rhythm and the light, shining like a beacon in the middle of the night.
the Hammond organs grooving like a giant made of steam, driving us forward to a long and distant dream.
The saturation's perfect on the record of the day, taking all the sorrow and the shadows all away. And when the train is past and the silence starts to fall,
We'll hear the iris booming
against the iron wall,
the roses playing softly,
a shimmering delight,
leading us together through the onset of the night.
oh, it's the iron and the iris, the power and the grace, finding our salvation in this wild and crowded place, with the 70s heartbeat and the 80s kind of shine, where the heavy and the holy finally intertwine. Analog and glassy, the rhythm and the light, shining like the beacon in the middle of the night. Strength and beauty, hand in hand, following the spirit across this wide and open land. Let the vinyl crackle like the sparks upon the rail. Our love is the story that will never ever fail. Light and light, Strong and true,
strong and true.
The fog is rolling in from the edges of the sea, turning all the world into a misty mystery. I can't see the path and I can't see the shore, but I can hear the rhythm of your heartbeat more and more.
I'm holding up a lantern with a steady yellow glow, walking through the places that we've never dared to go.
I am right beside you,
Holding on your sleeve,
finding all the reasons that we still need to believe. The glassy synthesizers are like stars within the mist, reminding me of every single moment we have kissed. The tape saturation makes the world feel so small, a sanctuary for us, standing through it all.
oh,
dream. Everything is clearer than it's ever really seemed. Two voices in the harmony, a singular design, where the human and the holy finally intertwine. The road is playing softly, a shimmering undercurrent against the heavy movement of a cold and winter torrent. But the light is steady, and the light is so true, leaving every melody right back home to you. And when the fog finally starts to lift and clear, we'll see the beautiful future that is drawing very near. The 80s vintage reverb is a mirror for the heart, making every ending feel like a brand new start. Oh, with lanterns in the fall, shining in the dark, searching for the fire from a single tiny spark, with an analog warmth and a lo-fi kind of dream. Everything is clearer than it's ever really seemed. Two voices in harmony, a singular design, where the human and the holy finally intertwine. Don't be afraid of the shadows, don't be afraid of the night. We've got the power of the inner golden light. Let the record spin until the morning starts to gray, until the lanterns fade into the light of day. Shining through, shining true, lanterns in the fog.
I'm counting all the white lines like the beats of a broken heart, wondering where the ending ends and where the journey starts. The radio is steady, but I hear a distant tune underneath the hollow glow of a pale and paper moon. 12 strings jangling like a silver heavy bell, a story that the engine is finally gonna tell. I'm leaning out the window, feeling the electric air, with the midnight resonance inside my tangled head. The digital bell is ringing through the indigo haze, lost within the pattern of the urban neon age. We're just two sophisticated ghosts in a moving cage, turning over slowly to a brand new empty page. 100 miles to the break of the golden day, to find the simple magic that we accidentally threw away. We're traveling in the most mysterious way. Silver lines on the highway stretching waking up the sleepy blue-stem grass, watching all the shadows of the lonely seasons pass.
I've got a rucksack full of dreams and a heart that's feeling light, walking through the remnants of a long and heavy night.
The mountain breeze is whispering a secret in my ear, a melody of freedom that I've waited long to hear.
I'll meet you where the valley opens wide into a plain, washing off the memory of the winter and the rain.
The synthesizer shimmer like a lake of frozen glass, reflecting every footprint on the meadows as we pass.
It's an analog emotion and a digital design, tracing out a frontier where the sun and stars align. The horizon is a ribbon of a glowing golden thread, following the rhythm of the words we never said. We're finding all the magic in the path that lies ahead, in the meadow of glass underneath the morning sky, watching how the golden eagles learn to leap so high. I am the acoustic string, you are the crystal tone. Together in the harmony, we're never truly alone. In the analog warmth of the world we used to know, we're planting all the seeds of love and watching how they grow. Listen to the harmonica sighing in the mist, by the spirit of the open road we finally kiss. No more concrete towers, no more city noise, just the resonance of our inner quiet joys. In the meadow of glass underneath the morning sky, watching how the golden eagles learn to reach so high. I am the acoustic string, you are the crystal tone. Together in the harmony, we're never truly alone. In the analog warmth of the world we used to know, we're planting all the seeds of love and watching how they grow. In the meadow of glass underneath the morning sky, watching how the golden eagles learn to reach so high. I am the acoustic string, you are crystal tone. Together in your harmony, we're never truly alone. In the analog warmth of the world we used to know, we're planting all the seeds of love and watching how they grow. I found a dusty photograph inside an old book, at all the younger versions of the faces that we took. The vinyl's crackling softly like a fire in a grate, lifting up the spirit and the heavy iron weight. I'm sitting in a pile with the shadows on the wall, watching how the autumn leaves begin to slowly fall.
I bring a cup of coffee and a gentle, quiet smile. Let's just sit and listen for a little lonely while. The roads is playing mellow in a minor haunting key, a melody that's dedicated to you and to me. The hammer's breathing softly like an ancient wooden soul.
The cedar trees are glowing with a synthetic light, cutting through the velvet of the indigo night. The 12 strings humming softly like a power line in a forest where the neon and the ivy twine.
I'm looking for a signal in the wilderness of glass, watching all the digital deer as they quietly pass.
I see the moon is pixelated in the forest pool. The air is getting heavy and the water's getting cool. The chimes are ringing crystal in the midnight breeze, moving through the shadows of the ancient silver trees.
We're standing in the temple of the wire and the bar, searching for a holy and a solitary spark. The frequency is rising in the valley of the blind, to find the simple peace that we left so far behind,
Where the
rhythm and the logic of the humankind. In the forest of neon lights we are home, underneath the sky's protected digital dome. I am the anchor, you are the flame, softly calling out my ancient name. In the analog warmth of a modern dream, we're floating on the surface of the silver stream.
I've been running with the river for 1,000 miles, hiding all my sorrows behind the empty smiles. The water's talking deep inside the canyon's rocky throat, carrying the lyrics that the lonely people wrote. I'm tired of the racing and I'm tired of the noise, looking for the resonance of my inner quiet joys. I'll meet you by the willow, where the current starts to slow, to the places where the eternal silver rivers flow. The piano's weeping softly in a major golden chord, for the peace that we could finally and truly afford. The saxophone is sighing with a silken rim and grace, reflecting all the starlight on your lovely tired face. The journey was a lesson in the power of the soul, making all the broken pieces finally and truly whole. We're the masters of the story and the self-control. The river's secret is flowing in the air, finding all the magic and the beauty everywhere. I am the singer, you are the verse, traveling through the musical universe.
driving west where the Blue Ridge Mountains stand,
tracing the outlines of this ancient rocky land.
the 12 strings ringing like a silver golden bell,
A story that the mountain wind is finally gonna tell.
the scent of pine is heavy in the evening air, washing off the city dust
And every single care. I see the neon flicker through the forest show, underneath the promises that we have already made.
It synthesizes pulsing like a beating indigo heart, knowing that the end is just a brand new rhythmic start.
The sky is turning purple and a digital hazy pink. It's a perfect moment, don't you even dare to blink. The sun is dipping low behind the giant maple tree, painting all the magic that I wanna finally see. We're building up a bridge between the forest and the sea. Blue Ridge neon sunset shining in our eyes, beneath the velvet of the heavy indigo color skies. I am the wood, you are the electric wire. We're the lightning and the holy sacred fire. In the analog warmth of the world we used to know, we're heading for the morning and the healing golden
I found a yellowed letter,
in a dusty leather book.
had all the silent memories that we accidentally took.
The vinyl's crackling softly like a fire in the grate, lifting up the spirit and the heavy iron weight.
I'm sitting in the library
When the shadows start to dance, recalling every single word and every stolen glance. I read the map of time upon your lovely tired face,
finding back the rhythm and the quiet sacred grace.
the digital bells are ringing in a crystal minor chord,
For the love that we could never quite fully afford.
the cello's weeping softly in the corner of the room, washing off the silence and the dusty winter gloom. The ink is faded but her story's ever new, written in the colors of the gold and indigo blue. We're searching for the signal and the holy point of view. Hey, hey, in the library of indigo dreams we are home, underneath the sky's protective and the digital dome. I am the paper, you are the silver ink. We're the solid ground and we're the missing link in the analog warmth of a forgotten dusty line. Your heart is crossing over and meeting with mine. Hey,
Turning the dial on the old mahogany box, searching for the frequency that the midnight silence locks. The static screaming like a summer indigo rain, bringing back the pleasure and the hidden pain.
I found a station playing something low and crystal sweet, a melody that's walking on a digital concrete street.
I see your face reflected in the window's neon glass, watching all the lonely signals and the moments pass. The roses playing mellow in a sophisticated rhyme, taking us back through the corridors of silver time.
The saxophonic sighing with a silky rhythmic grace, reflecting all the starlight on your lovely tired face. The FM pulse is beating in the middle of the night. Everything is beautiful and perfectly right. We're catching every signal in a fading indigo light. Midnight radio frequency, calling out your name. In a world of wires, it's the only holy flame. You are the lyrics, I am the electric tune. We're silent on a paper and a digital moon. In the tape saturation of a favorite golden song, we're finally finding where we both belong. The coffee steaming in a single beam of autumn light, washing out the shadows of a long and heavy night. I hear the tape reels turning with a steady wooden creak, telling all the secrets that the weary people speak. I'm sitting on the porch with a heart that's feeling free, running with the rhythm of the mountain and the sea.
I see the dust motes dancing in a golden quiet hall.
Shadows moving slowly on the ancient wooden wall,
The Hammonds breathing softly like a summer evening breeze,
moving through the shadows of the apple and the trees. The piano's weeping gently in a major golden chord for the peace that we could finally and truly afford. The analog emotion is a sacred holy divine, tracing out a frontier where the sun and stars align. We're finding all the magic in the flow of time and wine, coffee, haze and tape reels spinning in the sun,
knowing that the best of it has only just begun.
I am the wood, you are the silver wire,
We're the embers burning in the winter fire.
in the analog warmth of the memory's golden glow,
We're finding our salvation in the long and simple ago.
I'm standing at the border of the silver rushing tide, with nowhere left for us to run or for us to hide.
The acoustic strings are ringing like a final holy bell, a story that the universe is finally gonna tell.
The bridge is narrow and the fog is getting deep.
In the quiet places where the weary feelings sleep,
I see a silhouette across the digital and indigo mist, by the spirit of the open road we're finally kissed.
the synthesizer's rising in a magnificent golden swell, breaking all the power of the heavy silent spell.
The piano's weeping softly in the corner of the night,
Reflecting all the colors of the healing morning light.
The seasons come and then they slowly rhythmically go, but the river has a steady and eternal flow. We're crossing over now to the places only we know.
on the last bridge to yesterday,
We are holding on
until the shadows vanish in the break.
of the dawn.
I am a singer, you are the electric verse, traveling through the musical.
And the golden universe in the analog want to be eternal setting sun.
We know that the journey has
Only just begun.
the indigo clouds are weeping over the concrete street, mirroring the rhythm of my lonely tired heartbeat. I see the neon blue reflecting in a silver pool, in a world that's digital and getting way too cool.
I'm writing messages upon the foggy window pane, watching how the static tries to wash away the stain. I read the lines upon your face, a map of where we've been, through the velvet shadows and the places we have seen. The synthesizer's dreaming in a crystal marquee, a melody that's floating on a dark and glassy sea.
The saxophone is sighing with a silken rhythmic grace, and the quiet elegance of this empty hollow place.
1,000 words are hanging by a golden fragile thread, spinning in the circles of the things we never said. We're searching for the truth in the path that lies ahead. Neon rain in the indigo hour tonight,
machine, we read the song inside the rain. Neon rain in the indigo hour of the night, every kid is shimmering in the electric light. I am a wood, you are the electric wire. We read the lightning and the holy sacred fire in the analog warmth of a modern rainy dream. We're sailing on the surface of a silver digital stream.
I'm walking where the cedar meets the cold and mountain air, finding back the rhythm that I used to always share. The 12 strings dangling like a golden heavy bell, a story that the ancient forest is finally gonna tell.
The scent of pine is heavy in the early morning mist. By the spirit of the open road, I'm finally kissed. I see the summit glowing with a magnificent golden glow.
Watching how the eternal silver rivers start to flow. The hammer's breathing softly like a summer evening breeze,
Moving through the shadows of the maple and the trees.
the synthesizers rising in a
Powerful deep swell,
breaking every power of the
heavy urban spell.
The North Star is a diamond in the indigo colored sky, asking all the eagles for the secret reason why.
We're following the compass that the pines provide for us.
Oh, the compass of the pines is pointing home.
Pointing home,
Underneath the sky's protective and the digital dome. I am the valley,
I am the valley,
you are the mountain peak.
the mountain.
In the sacred language that the lonely people speak. In the analog warmth of the world we used to know, we're headed for the morning and the healing golden glow.
The distance was a lesson in the power of the soul, making all the broken pieces finally and truly whole.
We're the masters of the story and the self-control. The radio is humming with a dusty analog hiss, reminding me of everything I'm starting to miss. I'm turning the dial on the old mahogany box, searching for the magic that the midnight silence locks. The roses playing mellow in a sophisticated rhyme, taking us back through the corridors of silver time. like a letter that was sent with a solitary prayer. The saxophone is sighing with a silken rhythmic grace, reflecting over starlight on your lovely tired face. We're caught inside the frequency of a forgotten golden song, finally finding the places where we both truly belong. The signal is shifting in the middle of the night. Everything is beautiful and perfectly right. We're catching every signal in the fading indigo light. Static on the midnight FM, calling out your name. In a world of wires, it's the only holy flame. You are the lyrics, I am the electric tune. We're sailing on a paper and a digital moon in the tape saturation of a favorite golden song. We're finally finding where we both belong. 100 miles to the break of the golden age to find the simple magic that we accidentally threw away. We're traveling in the most mysterious way. Your head out of the window and feel the rushing wind. This is where the story is finally gonna begin. The highway stretching out like a silver heavy line, heading for a future that is finally truly mine. The acoustic strings are jangling like the final holy bell, a story that the open road is finally gonna tell.
I see the neon sunset through the forest and the bar, flickering like diamonds in the velvet indigo dark. The synthesizers pulsing like a beating neon heart, knowing that the end is just a brand new rhythmic start.
The digital dance is rising in a magnificent golden swell, breaking all the power of the heavy silent spell.
The tires are humming on the rimming concrete street,
Better than the rhythm of the city's summer heat.
we're building up a bridge between the forest and the sea.
Driving to the velvet horizon, shining in our eyes beneath the velvet of the heavy indigo colored skies. I am the wood, you are the electric wire. We're the lightning and the holy sacred fire. In the analog warmth of the world we used to know, we're heading for the morning and the healing golden glow.
go in a rhythm that the modern people don't quite know.
Vinyl's crackling softly like a fire in the grate. Lift up the spirit and the heavy iron weight. I'm sitting in the parlor with the shadows on the wall, watching how the autumn leaves begin to slowly fall.
I read the lines upon your face, a map of every year, washing off the memory of every single tear. The digital bells are ringing in a crystal minor chord for the peace that we could finally and truly afford. The cello's weeping softly in the corner of the room, washing off the silence in the dusty winter gloom. The gears are turning in a slow and rhythmic dance, recalling every single word and every stolen glance. We're the weavers of the story and the holy romance. In the clockmaker's waltz we are holding on until the shadows vanish in the break of the dawn. I am the paper, you are the silver ink. We're the solid ground and we're the missing link. In the analog warmth of a forgotten dusty line, your heart is coursing over and meeting with mine.
Perfectly still, walking high upon the memory of the golden hill, but finding all the pieces are at the valley of the wind. I'm planting silver seeds inside the indigo sky, watching how the satellites go drifting slowly by. I've got a ladder made of light and a heart of heavy gold, gathering the stories that the ancient stars have told.
The acoustic strings are humming like a hive of digital beats
in the quiet cosmic shadow of the electric willow tree.
I prune the glowing branches of a constellation vine, where the memories of the forest and the galaxy entwine.
The synthesizer's pulsing like a beating neon fruit, connected to the mountain by a deep and crystal root. We're harvesting the starlight in a wooden analog crate, opening the latch upon the heavy velvet gate.
The orbit is a rhythm of a slow and steady dance, recalling every whisper and every stolen glance. We're the guidance of the silence in the vast expanse.
In a satellite orchard underneath the midnight sun, knowing that the harvest of the soul has just begun.
I am the earth,
You are the electric glow.
we're watching how the rivers of the stardust flow.
In the analog warmth of a modern cosmic tree, we're drinking from the surface of a silver digital stream. gravity take the dreams away. Stay within the orbit of the yesterday's gray.
We're the pilots of the orchard with a song inside the spray.
In the satellite orchard underneath the midnight sun, knowing that the harvest of the soul has just begun.
I am the air.
You are the electric glow.
We're watching how the rivers of the
Stardust flow in the analog one, the modern cosmic dream. We're drinking from the surface of a silver digital stream.
I stand upon the edge of the deep and cobalt canyon.
With the silence of the eagles as my only true companion.
The 12 strings jangling like a final holy bell.
A story that the ancient rock is finally gonna tell.
The scent of sage is heavy in the early morning mist.
By the spirit of the open road I'm finally kissed.
I see the digital shadow stretching out across the floor.
Since the day I walked through that heavy golden door.
The Hammonds breathing softly like a summer evening breeze.
Moving through the echoes of the maple and the trees.
The synthesizers rising in a magnificent golden swell.
Breaking every power of the heavy urban spell. The distance is a lesson in the power of a soul, making all the broken pieces finally and truly whole. We're standing on a border where the logic takes its toll.
Oh, the cobalt canyon is calling us back home. Underneath the sky's protected and the digital dome.
I am the stone, you are the mountain peak.
In the secret language that the lonely people speak.
In the analog warmth of the world we used to know.
We're heading for the morning and the healing golden gold. 100 miles to the break of the golden day to find the simple magic that we accidentally threw away.
We're traveling in the most mysterious way. The radio is humming with a dusty analog noise, searching for the resonance of my inner quiet joys. I'm turning the dial on the old mahogany box, searching for the frequency that the midnight silence locks.
The rose is playing mellow in a sophisticated rhyme, taking us back through the corridors of silver time.
I hear the static like a distant rainy indigo sea, calling out the person that I was always meant to be.
The rhinos crackling softly like a fire in the grate, lifting up the spirit and the heavy eye and the weight.
I'm sitting in the parlor with the shadows on the wall, watching how the autumn leaves begin to slowly fall.
The signal is shifting in the middle of the night. Everything is beautiful and perfectly right. We're catching every signal in the fading indigo light. We are the anchor in the static of the world, with our banner of the future finally unfurled. I am the wood, you are the electric wire. We're the embers burning in the winter fire.
In the analog warmth of the memory's golden glow,
We're finding our salvation.
in the long and simple ago.
Don't let the digital world take the heart away.
Stay within the colors of the yesterday's gray.
We're the ghost in the machine, we're the song inside the rain.
Driving through the midnight with a mercury-colored flow, watching how the neon lights begin to softly glow.
The highway stretching out like a silver heavy line, heading for a future that is finally truly mine.
The acoustic strings are jangling like a final holy bell,
A story that the engine is finally gonna tell. The digital brass is rising in a magnificent golden swell, breaking all the power of the heavy silent spell. The synthesizer's pulsing like a beating neon heart, knowing that the end is just a brand new tube-gripping start.
I'm leaning out the window,
Feel the electric air,
with the midnight resonance inside my tangled hair.
The tires are humming on the red-made concrete street, better than the rhythm of the city's summer heat. We're building up a bridge between the forest and the sea. Midnight Mercury, sliding through the dark, looking for the flicker of a holy sacred spark. You are the rhythm, I am the electric tune. We're sailing on a paper and a digital moon, in the analog one of the world we used to know. We're headed for the morning and the healing golden glow. The saxophone is crying in the corner of the night, reflecting all the colors of the flickering street light. We're the pulse and the signal, we're the wave and the sound. La da 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 da.
The silver dew is resting on the silicone-colored brass, watching all the lonely digital hours pass. I'm walking where the cedar meets the cold and mountain air, finding back the rhythm that I used to always share.
The harmonica is sighing in a hollow wooden tone, telling me that I am never truly alone. I see the digital ripples moving in a perfect silent ring, hearing all the secrets that the winter water sings. The chimes are ringing crystal in the midnight breeze, breathing through the shadows of the ancient silver trees.
We're standing in the temple of the wire and the bark,
searching for a holy and a solitary spark.
the gears are turning in a slow and rhythmic dance, recalling every single word and every stolen glance. We're the weavers of the story in a holy romance.
In the whispers of the Silicon Valley tonight, everything is shimmering in the eternal light. I am the wood, you are the electric wire, with the lighting and the holy sacred fire. In the analog warmth of a forgotten dusty line, your heart is crossing over and meeting with mine. The clock is ticking, but the heart is perfectly still, walking high upon the memory of the golden hill. We're finding all the peace inside the valley of the wind. I'm sailing through the indigo with a map of ancient light, watching how the galaxies are dancing in the night.
I've got a rucksack full of memories and a spirit feeling bold, gathering the wisdom that the silver stars have told.
The 12 strings jangling like a beacon in the hollow cosmic gap,
Finding every rhythm that we're finally meant to share.
I see the digital constellations glowing in the dark, waiting for the friction of a single holy spark. The synthesizer's dreaming in a shade of crystal blue, bringing back the magic that I always found in you.
We're navigating slowly through the velvet and the dust,
Building up the pillars of our sacred eternal trust.
The North Star is a diamond in the indigo colored sky.
Asking all the eagles for the secret reason why
We're following the compass that the universe provides.
on the compass of the North Star, heading for the home. Underneath the sky's protective and the digital dome. I am the valley, you are the mountain peak. In the sacred language that the lonely people speak, in the analog warmth of a modern cosmic dream, we're sailing on the surface of a silver digital stream.
digital droplets reflecting in the glass, watching all the pixels of our yesterday as they pass.
I'm writing messages upon the foggy window pane,
Watching how the static tries to wash away the stain.
I read the lines upon your face,
A map of where we've been,
through the velvet shadows and the places we have seen.
the synthesizers dreaming in a crystal minor key, a melody that's floating on a dark and glassy sea.
The troubles weep softly in the corner of the night, reflecting all the colors of the healing morning light.
1,000 words are hanging by a golden fragile thread, spinning in the circles of the things we never said. We're searching for the truth in the path that lies ahead. Indigo rain on the screen, falling in the dark, looking for the flicker of a holy sacred spark. You are the rhythm I am the electric tune. We're sailing on a paper and a digital moon. In the analog warmth of a modern rainy dream, we're sailing on the surface of a silver digital stream.
The gears are turning in a slow and living dance, recalling every single word and every stolen glance. I've got a pocket watch that stopped a long time ago,
In a rhythm that the modern people don't quite know. The orchestra strings to humming like a hive of digital bees in the quiet cosmic shadow of the electric willow trees.
I hear the hands breathing like a summer evening breeze, moving through the shadows of the maple and the trees.
The synthesizer's pulsing like a beating neon heart, knowing that the end is just a brand new revving start.
The piano's weeping gently in a major golden chord,
For the peace that we could finally and truly afford.
the clock is ticking but the spirit is perfectly still,
Walking high upon the memory of the golden hill, we're the weavers of the story and the holy romance. In the clockmaker's heart we are holding on,
until the shadows vanish in the break of the dawn.
I am the wood, you are the electric wire, we're the lightning and the holy sacred fire.
In the analog warmth of a forgotten dusty line,
Your heart is crossing over and meeting with mine. Ooh. songs as they pass. The 12 strings jangling like a silver golden bell. A story that the city wind is finally gonna tell.
The roses playing mellow in a sophisticated rhyme, taking us back through the corridors of silver time.
I see the velvet skyline growing in the indigo dark, looking for the resonance of my inner quiet spark. The saxophone is sighing with a silken ribbon grace, reflecting all the starlight on your lovely tired face. The synthesizer's pulsing like a beating neon heart, knowing that the end is just a brand new rhythmic start.
The FM pulse is beating
In the middle of the night, everything is beautiful and perfectly right. We're catching every signal in the fading indigo light. Velvet skyline stretching out so far, flickering like the light of a lonely dying star. You are the rhythm, I am the electric tune. We're sailing on a paper and a digital moon. In the analog warmth of the memory's golden glow, we're finding our salvation in the long and simple ago.
I stand upon the edge of the crystal mountain peak, in the sacred language that the lonely people speak. The acoustic strings are ringing like a final holy bell, a story that the ancient rock is finally gonna tell.
The chimes are ringing crystal in the midnight breeze, moving through the shadows of the ancient silver tree. I see the digital echoes moving in a perfect silent ring, hearing all the secrets that the winter water sings. The synthesizer's rising in a magnificent golden swell, breaking all the power of the heavy silent spell. The piano's weeping softly in the corner of the night, reflecting all the colors of the healing morning light. The distance was a lesson in the power of the soul, making all the broken pieces finally and truly whole. We're the masters of the story, one and self-control. Echoes of the glass mountain calling us back home, underneath the sky's protective and the digital dome. I am the singer, you are the electric burst, traveling through the music of the golden universe, and the analog warmth of the eternal setting sun. We know that the journey has only just begun.
The logs are sighing in the cedar smoke, remembering the words we never spoke. The fire's dancing in an amber glow, watching how winter shadows go.
I've got a rucksack full of dusty rhymes, gathered from 1,000 different times.
I see the neon flicker in the valley deep,
In the quiet places where the secrets sleep. The synthesizer's breathing like a forest heart, knowing that the end is just a brand new start. The air is heavy with the scent of pine, in the border where the sun and stars align.
the embers are fading to a silver gray, washing off the dust of a weary day. We're finding all the peace in the Milky Way. Amber, embers
Burning in the night,
everything is shimmering
in the fading light. I am the wood, you are the electric spark.
We're the lightning in the velvet indigo dark. In the analog warmth of a modern dream, we're sailing on the surface of a golden stream. I'm turning the dial on the cosmic radio to find the frequency where all the memories go.
The North Star's pulsing like a diamond pulse, stronger than the rhythm of the cities and souls.
The acoustic strings are jangling like a silver bell, a story that the universe is finally gonna tell. I hear the echo in the indigo voice, a melody that can never be destroyed. The digital bells are ringing in a crystal tone, telling me that I'm never truly alone. The cello's weeping softly in the corner of the space, reflecting all the starlight on your lovely face.
The signal is rising from the deep and dark, waiting for the friction of a holy spark. We're following the light in the vast expanse, on the frequency of the North Star tonight.
I built a house with the logic of the pines, tracing all the shadows in the silver lines. The piano's weeping in a major golden chord for the wisdom that we finally could afford. I'm sitting in the parlor with the light of the moon, thinking of the things that we left too soon.
I read the blueprints on the window pane, washing off the memory of the winter rain. The synthesizer's pulsing like a beating heart in the spaces where we had to drift apart. The saxophone is sighing with a silken grace in the quiet elegance of this empty place. The pillars are strong and the roof is high, touching every corner of the indigo sky, where the architects of the silent side. Oh, the architect of shadows is home, underneath the sky's protective and digital dome. I am the paper, you are the electric ink, we're the solid ground and we're the missing link in the analog warmth of a forgotten mind. Your heart is crossing over and meeting with mine.
Dancing in a digital amber glow, watching how the neon colored breezes blow. The 12-string dangling like a final holy bell, the story that the open road is finally gonna tell.
I got the hammer and I've got the silver nail, heading for the horizon on a digital trail.
Like a beating neon heart, knowing
world tonight.
Hiding for the morning and the healing light. Hiding for the morning and the healing light. Neon leaf fields stretching out so far.
The needle's reaching for the center pico label.
Turning off the lamp upon the wooden table.
We've sung of mountains and of city neon lights.
Through the sunny days and rainy indigo nights, the tape is looping in a cycle of trust, turning all the heavy years into the dust.
A tape is goodbye.
In a digital world, our banner of the past is now unfurled.
We're the story that the universe has twirled.
Oh, let the old breeze carry us away into the glory of a brand new golden day. I am the singer, you are the electric verse, traveling through the musical and the golden universe.
The song never ends, it only starts
Again in the eternal harmony of pleasure and of pain. But don't you worry, don't you be afraid.
The music's in the memories we've already made.
It's in the breeze and in the morning crystal dew.